My name is Dr. Olayinka Ayakope. I am a professor of family medicine working at the Department of Community Health and Primary Care, College of Medicine, University of Lagos. I am here to talk to you about counseling on newborn infection prevention to mothers and families. What you need to know as a community officer. At the end of this session, you should be able to, one, understand the steps in the counseling process. Two, to demonstrate counseling skills on infection prevention to mothers and caregivers. Now, what is counseling for the newborn health? Counseling is an interactive process between the health worker and a woman with her family, during which information is exchanged and support is provided so that the woman and her family can make decisions, design a plan, and take action to improve newborn health. What can improved counseling in newborn health enable you to do? Improved counseling is needed to better understand the needs of the women and the community to whom you provide services. To support women in taking better care of themselves and their babies during pregnancy and birth and postnatal period. To support women and their families to take decisions and actions to improve maternal and newborn health, which specifically meets their needs. To contribute to increased confidence of women, families, and the community in the health facility, services, and personnel. To contribute to the community's satisfaction with the health services and the care that you provide as community health officers. Counseling can take place at the health facility and at home. In the pictures that are before you, you will see the health worker talking to the woman with her newborn in the health facility. They are facing each other, and the health worker is looking directly at the woman so that he can get the woman's attention. In the other picture, you will see the health worker touching the baby so as to give confidence to the mother that you are interested in the health of her baby. In this diagram that is before you, you will notice that the counseling process, the guiding principles, and the counseling skills all interact with each other to deliver the socio-economic conditions, social and cultural norms, gender roles, and household decision-making processes. When we talk about the counseling processes, what we mean and what we need to do is that we need to assess the situation, we need to define the problems, needs, and information gaps. We need to generate alternatives. We need to prioritize solutions, develop a plan, and then review and evaluate the plan that we have developed. Talking about the guiding principles that help us in counseling, there's self-reflection, empathy and respect, encouraging interaction. You build on the skills and the knowledge, then shared problem solving and tailoring to specific needs. The counseling skills that are needed by you and all the people you are going to teach include the following: two-way communication, forming an alliance with the patient, active listening, open-ended questioning, providing information, and facilitation. We are now going to break that wheel into specific issues. So when we are doing counseling, the first thing we do is to assess the situation, engage the woman in interactive discussion, ask questions to better understand the situation of the woman and her individual needs. 2, after you talk to the woman, then you define the problems, the needs, and information gaps. You review this with the woman, what it is about her situation that prevents her and her family from addressing her needs or those of her newborn. 3, then you generate alternate situations. Review with the woman or couple how she or they and the family can better address their needs by looking at what is currently being done and what else should be done. Step 4, then you prioritize the solutions, because you can't solve everything all at the same time. And you do this by reviewing the advantages and disadvantages of the various alternatives. Work out with the woman which of the alternatives are most feasible to address the problem. That's how to prioritize the solution. Number 5, you develop a plan. You make a plan together, including how to discuss the problem and solution with her partner and with others in the household. Number 6, then you review the plan. In subsequent counseling sessions, review implementation of the plan with the woman. Is the plan working, or should another alternative be sought? Then we go to the next major interaction in that wheel, guiding principles in counseling. Self-reflection. It's very important to think about your own attitudes, beliefs, and values, and how these might impact on the way you interact with people or the service you provide. For example, the pressure of work or the home or frustration with certain situations might lead you to be rude or aggressive, either verbally or physically, towards women, their partners, and families. Empathy and respect. Empathy means trying to understand the situation the woman or the family is in and how this may be affecting them. Respect is about valuing people's knowledge and decisions and treating them with regard and esteem. It also means maintaining a non-judgmental attitude and maintaining confidentiality. Encouraging interaction. It is about engaging the woman or family in discussion. Good counseling should allow for two-way sharing and exchange of information, and for involving and engaging the woman to participate in the session. This is very, very important. It also means being able to debate, argue, clarify, and discuss issues. Building on current knowledge and skills. Assess the current knowledge and skills before providing any further information, advice, or skills building. This is why you have to talk with the woman and allow the woman to talk a lot. What is important is not only to discuss knowledge, but also to make sure that she can apply the information to her context or situation. Shared problem solving. When counseling is done well, you work as a facilitator to help the woman clarify her needs, identify possible solutions, take decisions, and make an action plan. You do not dictate, direct, or impose solutions on her. That is why counseling is a patient process. You have to be very patient with the mother. Then, tailoring to her specific needs. Counseling is not something like immunization that can be done in the same way for everyone. You need to provide information which is relevant to their specific situation and discuss permanent alternatives and preferences. Some women have special needs which require additional time and input in the counseling process. Now we're going to talk about the skills that you need for counseling on newborn health. Two-way communication. Communication involves the exchange of information and works best when it is a two-way process. This cannot be overemphasized. Sometimes we simply provide information to the woman, such as what to bring to the health center for birth. That's one-way communication. When we want to support women and their families to apply and use this information, then we are involved in the process of counseling. For example, facilitating the decision as to where to give birth and thinking about how to get there through a two-way discussion of options. If you look at the small box, you will see that we have zeroed in on the particular skills that you need in terms of communication skills. The words used are important, the gestures and body language, active listening, eye contact, demonstration of love and care. Forming an alliance. Make the woman comfortable. Create a friendly and trusting environment by wearing a smile, being attentive, being empathic, and showing interest in her situation. If the mother thinks you are her very good friend, she is likely to do what you tell her to do. Reassure her that you are here to support her and that you have her best interest and that of her newborn in mind. You can put her at ease by identifying similarities between yourselves, e.g., in terms of age, hobbies, or likes and dislikes. And don't forget to touch her baby. Demonstrate active listening. Be attentive and demonstrate that you have heard and understood what is being communicated to you by paraphrasing, repeating words in your own words. Active listening is very important because the patient is watching you carefully, watching what you are looking, watching your body language. So you have to be very, very focused and show her that you are listening actively. Sometimes you may have to bend forwards towards the patient to give her the impression that you are listening actively. Here is an example. Woman, my mother-in-law will not approve the use of chlorhexidine gel. She will get angry because she prefers to use her traditional paste for the baby's navel. Health worker. And here we are discussing cut care. I can imagine that you must be concerned about how you can talk to your mother-in-law about this. The next step will then be to work with her using two-way communication to identify possible options and solutions for the woman to communicate with her mother-in-law. So, this active listening is, like I said, very important. So how can you show active listening? 1. Reduce distractions by switching off telephones and closing doors and windows. 2. Make sure everyone is seated as comfortably as possible and at the same level. When we say at the same level, that is, don't stand up and the woman is sitting down, or you are sitting down and the woman is standing up. If appropriate, look at the woman as you talk. Use a warm tone of voice. Use gestures and body language such as nodding your head and smiling, or bending towards the woman as you are talking, giving the impression that you really want to listen to what she's saying. Use verbal affirmations such as yes, okay, I see, Ask questions pertinent to what she has told you to clarify your understanding. Repeat back, that is, paraphrase what she has said to you. Then summarize key points of the discussion. Asking questions. This is very important to make sure that the woman has understood what you have told her. Open-ended questions are ones which can have many possible answers. They are useful when you are trying to encourage the woman to talk about a situation. Example: how has your baby been since birth? Close-ended questions such as how old are you, or are you married, are useful to get information such as medical history. Avoid suggestive questions such as, was it your husband who told you not to breastfeed? Ask questions in a supportive and non-judgmental way. Then you provide information. Often health workers routinely, because they are busy, provide the same information in the same way is the word we give to the process of assisting. It is best to tailor information to the needs of the woman. About assisting women and their families. Use questioning skills to find out what is already known. So you only need to provide additional on the knowledge and skills of the woman and information. We have said it, this one over and over. Ensure that the information you provide has been understood by asking if there is anything that needs further explanation, and by asking the woman to repeat back in her own words what has been discussed. Facilitation is the word we give to the process of assisting problem solving. It is about assisting women and their families to find their own solutions, as well as supporting them to take the action they need. The amount of facilitation depends on the knowledge and skills of the woman and her family. One way to facilitate is to ask the woman, couple or family to list all the possible solutions that they have identified. If you can think of others, you might suggest them to be added to the list of alternatives. But do not push your ideas too strongly. Then explore each alternative one by one. Like I said, counseling is a long, patient process. Once they reach a decision, follow a similar process to help facilitate a plan of action to carry out the decision. In conclusion, therefore, it is necessary for every CHO to acquire the necessary counseling skills for newborn infection prevention. Effective counseling ensures that women and families can take the right decisions to prevent newborn infections and improve newborn health. Now for the practical session. Pair up with a class member and role play a counseling session on newborn infection prevention to a mother or caregiver. Thank you for your attention.